Minnesota Vikings superstar wide receiver Justin friggin' Jefferson and quarterback Kirk Cousins, as they seem like an odd pairing. They truly are the odd couple. Jefferson, the young stud superstar coming in, big time career ahead of him, and Kirk Cousins, you have the older veteran, sort of a dork. Sort of whatever. Jefferson, of course, the coolest kid in town. But what exactly do they talk about? It's like Jefferson's like, "Hey, Kirk, you should think about getting a grill," and Kirk Cousins is like, "I have one." There's still no confirmation that those were or were not human kidneys. I still have questions. Anyway, so it frustrates me to no end. So with Kirk Cousins, like, we understand that the national media jabroni haircuts are going to hate on him. If they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. And then Jefferson, I mean, how can you possibly hate on Justin friggin' Jefferson? He's likable. He's young. He's going to be the face of the league. He's quickly becoming wide receiver one in the National Football League as well. But somehow, some way, life finds a way. Maurice Jones-Drew. Now, I love MJD. I think that he was phenomenal at UCLA. Also, he was phenomenal back in the day in high school at De La Salle. Fantastic book about Bob Ladouceur and that dynasty at De La Salle. Whatever, go read it. And also, he was great in Jacksonville. He was phenomenal. The Jaguars won me a couple fantasy leagues back in the day as well. MJD tells it how it is, even though he's very biased against the running backs, because that's his sphere, right? He was a fantastic running back back in the day, but I don't know why MJD should be ranking quarterback pass catcher combos in 2022. I don't understand that. It's like, hey, you're a good lawyer, but can you farm? R.I.P. Mitch Hedberg. Anyway, so you see the issue right here. Like oh, mama's lonely. Like where's the rest of it? So MJD's top 10 quarterback pass catcher combos: Burrow and Chase. Now, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase get the hype that Justin Jefferson deserves. It could be that LSU thing. It could be, they just went to the Super Bowl, whatever. But I don't know. I feel like, especially Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase gets the hype that Justin Jefferson should get, but Jefferson is always referred to as, oh yeah, Jamar Chase's teammate in college. Yeah, that guy. Whatever. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, respect. All right, but then we should start seeing Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson, where, hey, even if Kirk Cousins is a top 10-ish quarterback on a good day, Jefferson, that can't be denied. He is wide receiver one in the league, or at least top 3, and he ain't 3. And then you got Stafford and Kupp. Again, I understand it. Respect. Super Bowl champions, Cooper Kupp with the Triple Crown and Super Bowl MVP last year. Whatever. And also, everyone likes Matthew Stafford. I get it. But then, so Derek Carr and Devontae Adams. So now this is a situation where the wide receiver is greatly lifting up the quarterback, exactly like what it should be with Cousins and Jefferson. But all right, so Adams up here, sure. Carr, maybe the fourth best quarterback in his division. Great. Then we got Mahomes and Kelsey. Yes. And then you got Brady and Evans. Mike Evans, by the way, is probably one of the more underrated receivers in the game. Like, is Mike Evans a Hall of Famer? The fact that you have to think about it says a lot. Like, Mike Evans is a low-key stud. And then you got Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. You got Dak and CeeDee above Jefferson and Cousins. Like, really, Cousins is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. Dak just has a better PR because he's quarterback of the Cowboys, as well as Justin Jefferson is better than CeeDee Lamb. It doesn't mean that CeeDee isn't a bad mofo. He is a bad dude. But guess what? CeeDee Lamb thrives in the slot. He's exactly what Justin Jefferson was at LSU. We had questions if he could be on the outside. But now that the Cowboys don't have Amari, and also they don't have Michael Gallup and also Cedric Wilson, like, CeeDee's going to have to be on that outside. Around the outside. Well, they still have Gallup, but he's injured. Anyway, but yeah. So now we're getting into like super frustrating territory, aren't we? And then you got Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen. How are Herbert and Allen below Prescott and CeeDee? I don't get that one. Don't understand it. They got Murray and Nuke Hopkins. Nuke isn't going to be on the field for the first 6 games of the season. And also, Murray is highly questionable, like highly variant, really getting things together. He got paid respect. But then we bottom out. We just hit the trough. It's like Jameis Winston and Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas has played as many plays as you and I have basically over the last 2 years. Like he's going to come back and just be that same old Michael Thomas. Jameis Winston, failed number 1 overall pick. Maybe he gets things together this year. I don't really know. But all right, so let's go through the list. Quarterbacks where I would take Kirk Cousins over then. Take Kirk over Jameis. Yes. I would take Kirk over Kyler. Yes. Kyler maybe has a higher ceiling right now, but just consistency-wise, I'll take Kirk Cousins right now for this season. Herbert, I'll take Herbert. I mean, let's be honest here. Kirk over Dak. I'll take Brady over Kirk. I'll take Mahomes over Kirk. I'll take Derek Carr. No. Got him. I'll take Kirk Cousins over Derek Carr. I will take Kirk Cousins over Matthew Stafford. I will. If you put Kirk Cousins on the Rams last year, they still won the Super Bowl. Then, Allen and Burrow, of course, over Kirk. But the receivers I would take over Jefferson, none. None of them. None of them. So the fact that Kirk Cousins ranks above half of the quarterbacks on this list and Jefferson should be the number one receiver on this list, somehow that doesn't register. I just don't understand it. And Warren Sharp's Sharp Football, fantastic. Go check out his season preview. It's like the size of a phone book, even though kids don't know what a phone book was. But he came to Kirk Cousins' defense. I get that some people don't like him referring to Kirk Cousins, and I get he's far from perfect. But over the last 2 years, out of 61 quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins is the only one to rank top 10 in yards per attempt, EPA per attempt, expected points added, as well as accuracy. He also helped Justin Jefferson set the NFL record for receiving yards over first 2 years, 3,016 yards. And he's right, because Jefferson, for as much hate as Kirk Cousins gets, Jefferson wasn't throwing the ball to himself. I mean, Kirk Cousins, he played a role in Justin Jefferson breaking the record in the first and only receiver in the first 2 years to have over 3K yards. I mean, he's part of that. Weird, right? And then Sharp continued. Trailing in the second half, highest EPA, expected points added per pass at least 3 years. Lamar, Mahomes, Kirk Cousins. Oh, hey, that little guy? Don't worry about that little guy. Kirk Cousins ahead of Deshaun, ahead of Brady, ahead of Herbert, Dak, Tannehill, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, I know that name. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Matthew Stafford. Minimum 200 attempts. So Kirk Cousins gets it done in the second half, but it's okay. It's okay. Just adding to the disrespect. Adding to the disrespect. And I get that he's a dork. I get that it's inertia. I get that the media is just used to hating on Kirk Cousins, but I mean, this is just blatant disrespect, disregard. And I don't care if they hate on Kirk Cousins, because that's old hat, but hating on Justin Jefferson, not giving him the respect that he's due, not giving him the time of day, it's inexcusable. It's media malpractice and malfeasance. It's ridiculous, man. But your thoughts and our thoughts. Maurice Jones-Drew insults Jefferson and Cousins. Shocker. But let us know your thoughts and our thoughts and their thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.